Hi everyone, Dr. Remy from Posture Size. Today we're going to be going over a personal trainer marketing plan for you to attract more clients in the over 40 clientele range. Specifically, we're going to be talking about how to market a joint stabilization personal training program. Hope you enjoy. So if you want to be a personal trainer for those clients over 40, one of the greatest marketing and business tips you can use is what I train my personal trainers to learn, which is joint stabilization. Most people, by the time they get to 40, are going to wind up having the wears and tears on their joints and musculoskeletal system from life. Things like arthritis, tendonitis, shoulder impingement, back problems, all kinds of things happen by the time we get to 40 and over. And unless you're a personal trainer that has some advanced training in how to handle those personal training clients with injuries that are over 40 or with pain conditions, you're going to miss out on being able to help these people, and personal trainers that are more apt at dealing with these circumstances are going to have greater success. You can also market yourself specifically to different groups and build a very nice carved out business for yourself and increase referrals if you start to demonstrate that you have some competence in handling the various biomechanical problems that often are the root cause of most of these over 40 personal training clients' pains. For instance, joint stabilization begins with the concept that every joint has its most stable position, its most healthy position. But as we get older, as well as people that are over 40, 50, 60, we many times lose the stabilization or proper placement of these joints. Chronic problems such as rounded shoulders and forward head posture place stress on the neck and the shoulder. Problems such as constant internal rotation or turning your arm in as opposed to enough external rotation work leaves the rotator cuff and the bursa more likely to become irritated. Shoulder blade tipping postures from forward posture cause impingement syndromes. Problems in the lower back are many times aggravated by our chronic posture and movement faults. By the time you get to 40 years old, all those years of slumping on the discs creates disc bulges and herniations. Lack of posterior chain strength is key to helping these clients with personal training. But unless you know how to set the spine in a neutral spine, meaning the exact position of their spine based on front to back tilting, side leaning of the rib cage, side tilting of the hips, rotation of the hips and torso, you're not going to be able to place that spine in its most safe position. So while you're working out, if that position is not held during squats, lunges, leg presses, even some type of high intensity work, you're much more likely to have that personal training client lose the neutral spine position because they're not aware of what it is and create stress on their facet joints, on their disc fibers, causing pain. You could have the greatest client list coming in for your workouts, but if you're not handling them and watching out for their injuries over 40, many of them are going to get injured. They're going to stop coming in for training. You're going to get a phone call, perhaps not because they felt the pain during the workout, but perhaps even when they went home, pain began, and they've put two and two together and realized that your style of training is not the right match for them and their health needs, their fitness goals. They wind up getting hurt. You lose the client. So it's much better to use an assessment before you begin training clients over 40. And you can use this in your business and marketing plan also to advertise that you assess clients in terms of their mechanics because you have specialized training. You know how to watch out for a lateral tracking patella where the kneecap has a tendency to slide out to the side. This is such a common problem with so many clients that are over 40 that have anterior front knee pain. They have problems with pronation, where they lean in on the inner edge of their foot. They have slight valgus problems, where the knee has a tendency to slide in, creating that kneecap to slide out. They have an imbalance between their vastus lateralis and their vastus medialis. When you do any type of lower body training, whether it's biking, whether it's treadmill work, whether you're doing squats, lunges, Bulgarians, you pick it. If that knee isn't tracking correctly, it's going to be wearing itself abnormally in a femoral groove. That's going to wind up causing pain. You may lose that client. So understanding where each joint, the shoulder joint, which is not only the shoulder where the upper arm connects into the socket, but also the position of the scapular or shoulder blade. Knowing how to position the thoracic spine or the mid-back in the right position is going to affect the shoulder. Shoulder blade posture affects neck posture. Chronic problems such as leaning on one side, habitually tighten one side of our oblique muscles and lat muscle. That has a tendency to place abnormal mechanics on our lower back. Foot positions, knee balance issues, They all play into destabilizing joints so that when the client goes to exercise, these joints are not riding in their correct mechanical way, and some tissues are being overstretched, some tissues are being overcompressed. Pain many times results. I have 30 years experience in training my personal trainers how to assess their clients, how to target exercises based on their biomechanical faults, and we keep many clients out of pain and injury because of these corrections. Corrective exercise is a huge part of training that over 40 population. Once you understand good mechanics and how to stabilize joints, how to assess personal training clients for what their mechanical issues are, you can train them as one-on-one personal sessions and then put them into small group settings, small classes 3 to 4, and eventually larger classes once they know what their mechanics are. If you're teaching large group classes, it's impossible to go around to each and every individual and check their mechanics. It's just too large. So the idea of corrective exercise has to begin with a one-on-one session, and eventually that client, as they learn their proper techniques of how to stabilize their joints, that can be brought into small semi-private classes and eventually larger classes. Marketing business ideas. Once you have the knowledge of how to assess and correct stabilize joints, you can approach the local medical community, physical therapists, doctors, chiropractors, osteopaths, physiatrists. They're all looking for some way to bring their patients into an exercise program that's going to be safe for them. If you can demonstrate you have some advanced training, you have knowledge of how to prevent these biomechanical issues and keep your personal training clients away from injury, they're going to refer to you. Your municipalities are always looking for free or low-cost seminars or workshops. Your local towns, state governments, they put these programs on all the time. You can offer your services in teaching the public. Libraries, adult education centers love to run courses. That's a way of getting paid for your knowledge and training of the large group, the community that comes in, while you're marketing. There's nothing like getting paid while marketing at the same time. You can also approach Pilates, yoga teachers, other dance instructors, people that have clients that want to have perhaps one-on-one strength training or some other type of personal training to augment what they're doing with their other physical fitness activities. These are all great marketing ideas once you have the knowledge to assess and correct joint stabilization. So how do you do this? There are many programs that are out there. Our program, the Essential Crash Course for Personal Trainers, is designed to assess and teach a distilled down, very potent assessment of the biomechanics of your personal training clients over 40, how to integrate that into corrective exercises, how to modify personal training exercises so as not to hurt people, how to train through and around injuries and pain conditions, and how to program, how to design a workout for your personal training clients over 40 that takes them in a gradual way from what they can do with their proper joint stabilization to ever-increasing challenges with joint stabilization and ever-increasing improvements in their fitness goals. That's available at the posturesize.com website. If you like this video on personal training clients over 40 and increasing your business and marketing ideas, give me a thumbs up. Let's share it with others. Questions or comments, write in. I'll do my best to answer you. And I hope that this video on training your personal training clients over 40 with joint stabilization gives you some great ideas and puts you on the right track to improving your personal training business.